Hey everyone, it's Cool Kid here, and I'm ready to talk about some Dragon Ball with my Dragon Ball Superhero review. So yeah, if you watched some of my videos before, you might not know this, but I like Dragon Ball. I don't really talk about Dragon Ball a lot on my channel, and actually, this was my first fully dedicated video to Dragon Ball on this channel. Well, actually, back in the day, I did do a video on a boss run on Raging Blast 2, but that doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. Let's focus on the now, and plus also I can show off this pretty cool Dragon Ball Super wall scroll I have. Actually, this is my only Dragon Ball themed wall scroll I have. I should probably get another one. And but hey, at least it's Dragon Ball Super related, and it has the two characters who only show up for like 10 minutes of the movie. But yeah, let's get started with my Dragon Ball Superhero review. Or, well, I guess it would be kind of more accurate to call it discussion or just me, talking about this movie. Well, because, here's the thing. I don't know. Whenever I think of review, I always think of someone, saying something along the lines of, this movie is a 9 out of 10 and 8.55. A review score out of another review score. But, I don't know, reviewing things, giving them scores and ratings and whatever, that's kind of not my thing. I'm the kind of person who would probably tell you, oh yeah, it's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. Dude, this movie is amazing. So that's just what kind of person I am. I'm not really the, kind of person to give scores. So there's to that. And I should also probably state the reason why I'm doing this review, right now. It's because ever since I saw this movie, I really wanted to do a video about it. But I kept, was unsure, flipping if I should or shouldn't do it. And then just recently, I was just looking up, and apparently this movie is still in theaters where I live. And I'm like, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Even, actually, yeah, damn, that movie theater's actually pretty close to me. I'm like, damn, dude, this movie is still in theaters. You know what? It's either now or never going to talk about this movie. So, yeah, I decided, okay, let me do a review on it, which I should mention, I watched this movie a month ago, let me see what day exactly, August 20th? Yeah, August 20th. That's when I originally watched the movie, so when I'm recording this, that's a little bit over a month ago. So yeah, just so if I forget anything about the movie, I'll just blame it on that, me not haven't seen it in a month. And plus, I'll definitely probably rewatch this movie whenever it comes out on home release. But yeah, and I should probably, because here's the thing, I don't do non-spoiler and spoiler review, but okay, I'll just say this for, people who don't want to get spoiled on the movie. My non-spoiler section here. This is a good movie. It's a really great Dragon Ball movie. It's definitely one of my favorites. Even though I don't think it's as good as Broly for different reasons, but I think this movie is way more fun and exciting than Broly, so yeah, I get this. Definitely watch this movie. That's my recommendation, non-spoiler section. So yeah, there's to that. So okay, what's the first thing I should talk about this movie? Oh my god, dude, I freaking love this movie. This movie is so much fun. I just love it. As I just said earlier, while this movie may not be as good as Broly, but it's still fun. It's still way more enjoyable. The thing that's probably going to surprise a lot of people is that this movie, it stars Piccolo. Literally, the main character of this film is Piccolo. And that's freaking insane, because, I don't know, when I'm just looking at the marketing, I was like, well, I think Gohan's going to be the main character with, Piccolo as co-star, but no, it's actually kind of the other way around with Piccolo as like the main character with Gohan as kind of, the co-star or whatever. But like, I don't know, just looking at that is kind of just insane to like think about. And, Piccolo, who is one of my favorite characters, and also, actually isn't that much of a surprise that Piccolo's the main character, since I know Akira Toriyama has said multiple times that Piccolo is his favorite character, so I guess that one makes sense. Yeah. I guess that makes reasonable sense, but oh my god, just Piccolo as the main character, dude, he is so freaking amazing. And not to say, okay, this might come across in the wrong way, but not to say that Goku is a bad character or I hate him or anything. I just like Piccolo a lot more. And not to say that, Goku can't, exactly carry the story of Dragon Ball. I wouldn't like Dragon Ball if, Goku couldn't carry this story. But still, I think having the chance to let a lot of these side characters have their own spotlight is definitely very good and interesting and makes a new experience for these Dragon Ball films. And sure, this isn't like the first time that, a Dragon Ball movie hasn't starred Goku. Like, I know during the beginning of the Majin Buu Majin Buu saga, they had like Gohan or Trunks or Goten star as the main characters due to the fact that Goku's kind of dead. But like in those movies, like Goku always comes in like at the end to do like one little small attack to delay the enemy, or helps it, or does the final blow or whatever. Goku really doesn't do any of that. Like if you want me to be honest, let me tell you exactly what happens with Goku, Beerus, Whis, Vegeta, and Broly. Literally, all they do is like, they probably only have like 10 minutes in the movie or whatever, but it's just them training on Beerus's planet. And like literally at the beginning, we got Goku, training with Broly, and Broly, starts to go out of control. He's like, whoa, Broly, you gotta calm down and everything. And Whis does like this little training session, like, okay. Broly, you need to watch Goku and Vegeta fight and seeing them in control. And they do actually this pretty cool fight where they don't use no transformation, no keys, no energy attacks. It's just straight up martial arts. Base form Goku versus base form Vegeta with nothing but their fist and kicks. Which is actually pretty cool. You don't really see a lot of that in, like modern Dragon Ball. I always love whenever Dragon Ball does the, straight up actual martial arts and whatever. I always enjoy that kind of stuff. And the fight was pretty cool. And, there's if you're interested in that, watch the post-credit scene, which, I'll leave that post-credit scene at the end to reveal who is, with the victor. But either way, yeah, that's all that's really with that scene there. Anything else specifically about that scene I want to talk about? Oh, yeah, freaking Beerus has a crush on Chilai, which is, oh my god, it is funny, but, yeah, and hey, look. If Beerus had to fall in love with, have a crush on anyone, Chilai's not a bad option, I wouldn't say myself. Yeah, actually, I think Chilai even, just robs Beerus, but, looks like she's going to get away with it then. Also, there was one little nitpick I do want to talk about. There's a couple of nitpicks I want to talk about that don't ruin the movie for me, but it's just something that's it's kind of weird. So, there's this scene the scene with the whole thing on Beerus's planet, where Goku sees Vegeta meditating, and Goku's like, "What are you doing, Vegeta? You know, if you do all that, there's no way you'll get any stronger. You gotta do some real training." And like, the only problem with that is just, it's been shown multiple times throughout Dragon Ball that Goku has trained through meditating. So it's kind of a weird thing that they do in this movie, and it's like, I don't know. It just seems very, I wouldn't say so out character of Goku, but it just seems kind of, weird. But yeah, I guess that's really that scene. And like Goku and Vegeta, they do not interact at all. They don't go at like the end of the movie to fight against, freaking Cell Max, which I'll get to Cell Max when I get to it. But yeah, they don't fight against Cell Max. They don't do none of that. It's just literally they have their own little side plot for like 10 minutes. They don't interact the main cast at all. That's literally it with them. Which, I've said this. Well, here's the thing. I really do think this movie's great, and having Piccolo and all these side characters step up. And honestly, if I had to do like a quick synopsis for this film, it would literally be that the Red Ridden Army has returned once again. But oh no, Goku and Vegeta are off town training on Beerus's planet. What shall our main characters do? It looks like we have to leave it to Piccolo and all the other side characters to deal with this, minus Yamcha. But yeah, that's what literally this film is. And also this film's actually pretty funny. I would say this film actually did make me laugh kind of multiple times. It definitely did. And, just as I said earlier, if you come to this film expecting something along the lines of, I don't know, Dragon Ball Super Broly, you're not going to get that. Because, this film is very different from Dragon Ball Super Broly. Because, Broly was I don't know, at least 60%, non-stop fighting. And clearly this film isn't. This film isn't that. That's, if you expect nothing but, something along the lines of Broly, you're not going to get that. And, I feel like that's how a lot of people, when they say they were disappointed with this movie, come on the lines of that. But if you view this movie with its own interpretation and everything, it's honestly a really fun, enjoyable experience. It brings a lot of the humor that a lot of old school Dragon Ball has, and I've always liked Dragon Ball humor, so there's to that. What else should I mention? There's a lot of fun Easter eggs throughout this movie. It mentions a lot of old things that, that probably Akira Toriyama has forgotten, which, speaking of that, so, this movie is called Dragon Ball Superhero, right? Which I hate the title of that movie, but the reason why it's called this is because Akira Toriyama forgot the movie was called Dragon Ball Super. Or the series is called Dragon Ball Super. that literally is it. And I mean, it's very in line with Akira Toriyama. He is infamously known for that. I know during Battle of Gods, he literally thought that Super Saiyan 3 was Super Saiyan 2. So, Akira Toriyama isn't the best exactly with memory. God damn it, phone, shut the hell up. Where was I? Oh yeah, Akira Toriyama isn't the best with memory, so I don't know. I just feel like, just recently, since now Akira Toriyama's, not exactly, directly writing for the series and films. He's just, a supervisor and whatever. I feel like all the writers now are writing rooms. Hey, Piccolo could grow giant, and Akira Toriyama's oh yeah, I forgot about that. You should put that in the story. So yeah, especially now they can reference a lot of these older stuff, like if you've seen Dragon Ball Super, like for example, a lot like during the Tournament of Power and the Goku Black arc, a lot of these like old concepts would have been brought back up and everything, and exactly that's what they do in this film. Like they bring a lot of old things and I'm sure there's like a lot of Easter eggs like throughout, like 25 things that are referenced in this film that you probably forgot. I could see totally like a lot of those YouTube videos throughout. Like I guess a perfect example that I do remember off the top of my head is like there's a scene with Gamutsu, one of the new androids. I'll get to them later, but yeah, Gamma 2 goes up to Piccolo. He's like, so you're the villain, King Piccolo. And Piccolo's like, I haven't been called King Piccolo in a long time. There's that, and there's like another scene where Korin? Yeah, Korin goes up to Piccolo. He's like, here's some sensu bean, Kami. And Piccolo's like, oh, I'm not Kami anymore. I'm Piccolo. So yeah, like little things like that. I love little things like that. Even though that whole scene with Korin kind of reminds me of the whole thing with what Dragon Ball Z Abridged did, where after Piccolo fused with Nail, you always had Dende calling Piccolo Nail. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of that in a way. But like throughout the film, there's all these cool little references to the past that Akira Toriyama probably has forgotten. But hey, it's at least cooler bringing back up a lot of these old concepts and everything. What else should I talk about? Oh yeah, I should probably talk about like the voice cast, which I'll just say this much, because I watched the English version. I didn't watch the Japanese one, so all the performance and everything I'll be talking about, it's based on the English version. I haven't seen the sub version yet. Actually, probably will watch it subtitled Japanese whenever it comes to home release or whatever. Dude, I can't wait to get this on Blu-ray. I definitely want to watch this movie again when then. But yeah, dude, I do freaking love the voice cast here. Like Kyle Herbert as Gohan, Christopher Sabat as Piccolo. Everyone else in their like returning roles are just fantastic. They play great, and to be fair, they're all great. Like even some of the newer guys that appear in like Battle of Gods, like Ian Sinclair as Whis and Jason Douglas as Beerus. Dude, they played like their parts fantastic. Like no about a doubt that like all of these actors here who played these characters for years know how to do it, and they do it freaking tastic. I just all these guys know how to play and gals know how to play these characters. But I guess for like new voices, let's see, we got Gamma 2 being played by Zeno Robinson, which dude, I freaking love Zeno and his voice acting. I love when he's in like almost anything. Which speaking of that, hey Zeno, can't wait to see you in season 3 of Owl House. Dude, man, I'm so excited for that. But yeah, Zeno plays freaking Gamma 2 amazing, and also for Gamma 1 being played by, I hope I don't mispronounce this, Alex Lee. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, but Alex Lee, is amazing as Gamma 1. I did love him in that. Let's see. We got Carmine as Jason, and we got Dr. Hido as Zach Aguilar, which actually I did meet him at a convention like during the summer. Well, not I didn't meet him, but I went to a panel, so that's as close as I can get. Which I do regret not getting any signatures from him or anything like that. But either way, he does a great job at Dr. Hido. I hope I'm saying it right. I hope I'm saying Hido right. Oh yeah, one I was completely surprised by. Magenta being played by Charles Martinet. You know, the goddamn voice of Mario. Dude, Charles Martinet is so amazing. And like, I don't know, the other day, like a couple days ago when I was looking up, because I didn't look up the voice cast until then, I was like, I'm just wondering, who the heck playing, the new guys? And I saw freaking Charles Martinet as Magenta. That freaking blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, I actually cannot believe this. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like people, when they expect, Charles Martinet, they think of like, oh yeah, it's going to sound like Mario or Luigi or any of the other Mario voices. But, like honestly, Charles Martinet can do a wide variety of roles. Like, honestly, if you haven't seen it, like if you haven't seen the, what type of foods I'm thinking about? Like, the many voices of Charles Martinet, or the you can't believe what character Charles Martinet has played. Like those type of videos, definitely check out those. They'll show you like how many different types of roles and voices he can do. And honestly, Charles Martinet does Magenta great. He does it fantastic. Like honestly, if they made like a Dragon Ball Kai or like a Dragon Ball new movie or whatever, honestly, that's a recap or whatever, and they had him play Red, I think he would play it fantastically. He would be pretty much perfect for the role. I have no doubt about it. And just in my honest opinion, we got playing as Pan, Jenny, guy I hate last names, Tidado? Hope I'm saying that right, but Jenny playing Pan, which I believe she's actually played Pan in Dragon Ball Super, but she's, nothing more than a baby. Now she has actual speaking dialogue lines. Yay, Pan! And, dude, she's great as Pan. I gotta talk about Broly here today. So, Broly in this movie is being replaced by Johnny Young Bosch. And I mean, Johnny Young Bosch does actually a pretty good job at Broly. I definitely liked his vocal performance and everything in there. And honestly, I mean, this could be a little bit of a bias since Johnny Young Bosch is like one of my favorite voice actors of like all time. So yeah, he's like one of my favorites and everything. So I'll generally like him in most things he's in. Yeah. And especially with him and his voice, which his normal speaking voice kind of reminds me of Nero, even though I've never played a Devil May Cry game. Weird. But I guess that's really it I can say. Because, everyone who's played their characters plays it great, fantastic. Christopher Sabat's in the leading role! Even though he's not playing Vegeta, even though he plays, he plays Piccolo, Vegeta. I think he also plays Korin, right? Korin and Shenron. Dude, man, freaking Christopher Sabat just kills it in a lot of these roles. Also, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this, but I kind of completely forgot that Justin Cook did Dende, which I thought was weird. I was like, oh, I guess they replaced Dende. I guess Justin Cook did a pretty good job. But I looked and it's like, always, at least in the Funimation dubs, he's played Dende, which, embarrassing thing for me to be a Dragon Ball fan. Another thing I should probably mention is the animation of the movie. So, you guys weren't the only one thinking when you first heard that, this was going to be a fully CGI Dragon Ball movie. You're probably thinking like, oh yeah, I saw Resurrection F. God, I remember how awful the animation is, which, to be fair, whenever they did CGI Resurrection F, it was pretty awful. But the CGI in Broly was way better. And in this movie, honestly, it looks freaking pretty good, honestly. I think they use Like the models look great. They use the camera very, very well. They move it around and everything, and I think definitely I don't think this movie looks bad in any fashion. It looks pretty good. Honestly, I would be fine if like rest of the Dragon Ball movies forward just decide to use CGI. Now, is this movie looking better than Broly? Hell no, Broly looks way better. But this movie actually, with the CGI, actually works pretty good. At least from what I think. I think it looks great. Anything else I want to talk about? Well, actually, you know what I should do is I'll just go through the movie and, I'll talk about things what I want to talk about, then move forward from there. So, yeah. So, a really cool thing, actually, the movie starts with is, like, it does a animated recap of the Red Ribbon arc in the Android/Cell saga. And actually, the really cool thing is it's, 2D animated. The only time it is, well, there's another flashback later on in the film that's 2D animated, I think. But this whole recap section is pretty cool because when they recap the Red Ribbon arc, the art style is indicative of the Red Ribbon arc. Meanwhile, when they recap the Android/Cell saga, it's in that art style. So I at least like they pay attention to the art stylistic differences for the recap. At least I like that. And also we find out that dun dun dun, Magenta is the son of Commander Red, and he's been secretly building up the Red Ribbon Army under the Red Pharmaceutical Company. Seems legit. Seems legit, yo. But we basically start with them learning about the grandson of Dr. Jiro, Dr. Edo, which really cool thing that I like they did where they show, I guess, the lineage of Dr. Jiro, where we got Dr. Jiro and we got Vomi / Android 21, who ever since Dragon Ball Fire Z? Yeah. Ever since Dragon Ball Fire Z, she's been showing all over the video games, and this is her first canonical appearance. But those two had a son called Jevo? God, I'm pronouncing this right. Jevo, who was the basis for Android 16, which I'll just say here, I really do like how they're bringing this up, because, like, I know it was stated in, like, interviews before that Android 16 was based off of Dr. Jiro's son, but, finally getting some kind of confirmation in the film. It's honestly really, really cool they're getting away with that, but, we don't see whoever, but apparently Dr. Jiro and Dr. Nemo have a second son, and then that gives to the grandson of Dr. Jiro, Dr. Edo, which, honestly, he's a freaking goddamn weeaboo. Honestly, we see him, it's like, oh yeah, he likes to go to anime conventions and get signatures and everything. And he uses his powers of science to resurrect the dead to work for his job at the convenience store. I do kind of find that a little bit funny, but what's a funny thing I should mention? One of the things I do kind of like how they did, we see him meeting up with Magenta and what was his name again? Carmine, yeah. Carmine, and they meet up and like, hey, we want to talk to you. And he's like, I know you guys been following me for the past couple of days. Like, how could I not notice this car? Which so Carmine, he has like this freaking I guess pompadour or whatever. So like with his car, he has like a little bubble that so it doesn't ruin his perfectly pompadour hair or whatever. So he's like, yeah, how could I not notice that with a car like this? So obviously I've noticed you've been spying on me for the last couple of days. And then, so Magenta, convinces Hito to join them through under the pretenses of, okay, I freaking love this. That, the Capsule Corporation is working with aliens. Oh my god, literally, it's some it's like some conspiracy type bullshit where we got freaking Carmine pulling up on the secret video files on his YouTube channel, where he shows let me think, one of the scenes he shows off. Oh yeah, he shows off the scene where Future Trunks fights against Frieza and everything, which I don't know. I just like to imagine just some random ass dude is just hiking the mountains or whatever, and he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, what the fuck is that? But yeah, and I mean, obviously, as a Dragon Ball fan, it's like, oh my god, you gotta be ridiculous. But when you think about it, in the normal people ass world, what do they know about aliens? And, why is there always a magical dragon being summoned at Capsule Corp? Or why is people just flying out there and whatnot? Honestly, if I lived in the Dragon Ball world, I would be like, I still think it would probably be ridiculous, but I wouldn't be against someone buying all this, crazy ass shit that probably most normal people just wouldn't even believe this conspiracy theory type of bullcrap. But I don't know. I just found it a little bit humorous and everything. And it's like, well, it's time to be a hero, or the hero, Hedo, wants to be under the false pretense. So there's that. Else, I guess. I mean, okay, I'll just move on to the next scene. So we got Piccolo training 3-year-old Pan, which, oh my god, okay. One thing, I guess I gotta mention Pan. Oh my god, she's so adorable. I freaking love Pan in this movie. Dude, there's a layer scene that really made me chuckle. I just loved, but yeah, Pan, is amazing in this movie. I love her, even if she kind of draws the line being a Goku 2.0, which honestly, I think I'm fine with. I mean, that's kind of how she acted at the end of Z, which, I guess I'll talk about this here, speaking of that. So, this movie is the first point in the timeline before the end of Z, because she's 3, and I think at the end of Z, she's 4? Yeah. At the end of Z, she's 4. So, it does kind of make me wonder, are they in the future eventually going to go past Z for Super? I really do wonder, or are they just going to completely rewrite the end of Z? I don't know. I am just kind of curious about that. Hopefully, if they go past Z, they just don't completely write off Oob, just like what they did with GT or whatever. But yeah, in this movie, Piccolo's trying to teach Pan how to fly, which I find kind of, well, I mean, weird thing was, I guess this is kind of a nitpick. I remember I was watching this movie with my friend Cyboy, and after he got out of the movie, he's like, yeah, so isn't it kind of weird that Pan can't fly, even though in Super we see her just flying all over as a baby? Kind of weird, but yeah, there's that and everything. God, I love her interactions with Piccolo and Pan interactions are so freaking amazing. But yeah, after she does some training, we got Piccolo living in a house, which I guess Piccolo ain't homeless no more. Yeah, he's living in a house, and he has this. Oh my god, where's the image I got? Right here, we see him with this a total adorable phone case and everything. God, I wish I had that. I mean, I'm having a feeling some people might considering to to buy it. But yeah, like we got Videl calling Piccolo, and it's like, oh hey, I'll be out of town the weekend. You can go pick up Pan from preschool, and he's like, why can't Gohan do it? Oh, he's busy right now on a research paper. So yeah, Piccolo, goes to Gohan. He's like, yo, why can't you pick up your own daughter? And Gohan's like, okay, wait a minute. You know what? No, I'll just do this scene and then go on. But yeah, Gohan's like, oh yeah, I'm researching. I'm doing a research paper about these ants that can turn Gohan. They're kind of a little bit like a super Saiyant. I don't know. It's a dumb joke, but I like it a little bit. So yeah, okay. After doing that joke, but one thing I do want to talk about right here, that another thing that it's a little bit of a nitpick and kind of annoys me a little bit, is they're doing this thing again where, freaking Gohan has to relearn his ultimate form. He's stopped training. He's gotten weaker and everything. And I don't know. They literally did this again where Gohan has to relearn all of his stuff and relearn that, all these moves and all ultimate form and everything. Like literally, at the end of Super, at the Tournament of Power, you literally relearn that. And they're doing this shit again. And the crazy thing is, like, I think in the film, Gohan's like, oh yeah, ultimate form, yeah. I kind of forgot how to do it. So there's that, and Piccolo's doing the thing. Like, God damn it, Gohan, you gotta train and learn how to learn how to take after your kid and everything. Which I don't know. I just hope we don't repeat this again in the future, where in like the next movie or Super 2 or whatever, we got Gohan's like, oh yeah, I forgot how to go into Beast form, which I'll talk about that later. But yeah, hopefully, I hope they don't repeat this and everything. But I don't know. I feel like if moving forward, they might learn the lines where Gohan is trying to balance his work, his family, and his training. So yeah, I guess Piccolo looks after all the Sun family, because Gohan's bad too. Well, not as bad as Goku, but either way, yeah, he's too busy focusing on his research and everything. And like, I think he even says like, don't worry about it. We got Goku and the Vegeta. I'm sure they can take care of whatever things happening along the way. So yeah, there's that. But I guess I'll go to the next scene where we basically go back to Piccolo at his house, but he is suddenly attacked by Gamma 2, which I guess I'll stop here to say, dude, I freaking love Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Like, oh my god, they are... I honestly actually kind of cared for them as characters by the end of the movie, honestly. And also, I was thankful for two things. One, they actually kind of look different than most of the, androids throughout the series of Dragon Ball. They have like a different aesthetic, and since Dr. Hero likes the tokusatsu, they're kind of like a tokusatsu hero kind of way. I guess that's a nice way of saying it. Yeah, they're very tokusatsu inspired. Which actually, I just thought of something. Why wasn't there Great Saiyaman in this movie? Whatever, who really cares? But yeah, dude, freaking... I really did care for Gamma number 1, number 2. Especially number 2. Even though Gamma 2 dies later in the film, unfortunately. Wait a minute. Gamma 2 dies. Xeno. Sure. Hopefully that doesn't feel bad for Hunter and the L House. But back to Dragon Ball, yeah. There's like this there's this pretty decently cool fight scene where Piccolo fights against Gamutsu. He thinks he's killed the Namekian, so Piccolo follows Gamma to the whole totally secret, Red Ribbon Army base and everything. And like, dude, I freaking love it. Piccolo, like, even he like steals a uniform and like goes in disguise and everything. It like, dude, like has like one of my favorite scenes where he's like secretly, like sneaking in, going quickly back into line, and he's like this freaking huge dude compared to all these like average normal people. He sneaks back in, and like one of the Red Ribbon officers are like, dude, where were you at? He's like, oh yeah, I was just a little sick and everything. He's like, you look a little green, dude. He's like, oh shit. God, I don't know. I just freaking loved that scene and everything there, dude. That's freaking so cool. Like, also, like, you know what? I'll just jump around to a scene later in the movie. So they decide to have a plan where they, kidnap Pan and use Gohan and whatever. So basically, Piccolo goes with like this really, really big dude, and like this big dude goes to Pan's preschool and everything, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm here to pick up the granddaughter of Mr. Satan. And she's like, I don't know you. Bam! One punches this freaking big ass dude, and then who I should mention, Piccolo's still in disguise. She sees Piccolo. It's like, oh, hi Piccolo. Which is kind of, I mean, heck, I think later in the film, Piccolo mentions while he's in disguise, Gohan can't even sense him, so, there's to that. And, I mean, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I think Pan asked Piccolo, like, oh yeah, is my dad strong or anything? And he's like, well, he could be the strongest person in the universe if, well, he trained some more. So, just throughout the film pushing the fact that, go on, you have to learn how to fight or whatever, but I really hope they don't goddamn repeat this whole plot line of Gohan's gotta learn his fighting mojo back and whatever. God, I hope they don't do this again, but yeah, back to what I was saying, yeah, she notices Piccolo instantly. And like, I love it. The teacher's like, oh my god! And freaking Piccolo's like, no, sorry. That dude's a bad dude. Everything's okay. And she's like, oh, well, have a safe trip home, Japan. God, I freaking love that. But yeah, that scene was freaking hilarious. But yeah, like, you know what? I guess I'll move into there. So, like, Piccolo, he gets a new form and new upgrade through, Shinron granting a wish. So, like, okay, so this scene's, like, starts with, Piccolo going over to Dende, and he's like, hey, can you remember that thing that, Guru did where he unlocked Gohan and Krillin's, hidden potential? Can you do that to me? And he's like, well, we only get that at a certain age, but, well, the dragon can do that. So, yeah, let me just, upgrade Shinron, and he can do that. And he also mentions that, oh, yeah, Bulma has been, collecting the Dragon Balls and almost instantly using them. So, there's to that. And he calls over to Bulma, like, hey, Bulma, can you, you have the Dragon Balls right now? She's like, oh yeah. I need to use a wish for it. So he asks the dragon to basically, boom, I grant you, give me, unlock my hidden potential. He's like, it shall be done. Plus, I given you something a little bit special, a little bonus. So, yeah, we'll talk about, you know what, I'll just talk about this right now. So basically, Piccolo gets two brand new forms. He gets light green or yellow green or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be form in it. It really doesn't do anything special. I guess it's just his hidden potential unlocked. But then his second form, We got Orange Piccolo. Where the heck is that image? Yeah, right here. We got Orange Piccolo, which it's kind of cool. I decently like it, honestly. Like later on in the film when he grows giant, honestly, it looks way better. But either way, I don't know. It's cool. I mean, it's always nice to having other characters having other forms, and with Piccolo having, well, Orange Piccolo, which lame name, but whatever. Who cares? But at least Piccolo has some kind of new form, and I love it later on in the film when he's fighting Gamutsu, I believe, later on, and then when he falls down a hole and it's just a light shines out and he literally floats out with this new form. Dude, I freaking love it. It reminds me so much of the right before the Tournament of Power where Frieza goes golden, and oh god damn it, I love these freaking transformation scenes. Which I guess I'll just go into another new transformation. Gohan eventually later on in the film goes into, well, Beast Gohan, or I think that's what they're officially calling it. Yeah, Beast Gohan. And here's the thing. I understand what they're trying to do, where they get, his like hair, like white and spiky and everything to be reminiscent of him turning Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. But like, what the hell were they thinking? Like, oh my god, dude, they... Shut up, phone. Where was I? Oh yeah. Like, oh my god, I understand what they were trying to be reminiscent of, but like, oh my god, dude, they make the hair so goddamn big, like, really. And honestly, I think in some shots it looks fine, but in some shots, it just doesn't look good. Like, honestly, if I give my opinion about Beast Gohan, I think the white hair, plus like the red eyes, dude, that looks so goddamn cool, but goddamn, like, hopefully whenever they make Super 2 or whenever the anime returns, they like, I don't know, dye the hair down by like, make it 25% smaller. If they did that, would be fine, but there's to that. Oh, I guess that's also, I didn't talk about this earlier, but Gohan in the film, at least in his base form, he actually has like a different haircut than to what he normally has, which I decently actually like how his haircut in the film looks. I mean, I know some people don't like it, but hey, at least now Gohan doesn't look like a Yamcha without a scar anymore. I know people make jokes about that, but yeah, I like his new hairstyle. At least looks different enough to, Yamcha or Goku. It'll make him look like himself and everything. But where should I go next? But you know what? I guess I'll talk about Cell Max. So Cell Max shows up like later on in the film, and we get pretty, actually, I would say, I don't know, probably like the halfway point, maybe even a little bit before that, we get mentions to Cell Max, where we got Magenta hiring, obviously Hedo to create Cell Max, and he's like, yeah, dude, I know you want to create Cell Max, but obviously Gamma 1, Gamma 2, they're playing strong for that and everything, but of course Magenta's like, no, I want to see Cell Max, and towards the end of the movie when obviously they kick the asses of Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, and like, oh yeah, there's a scene, I forgot I didn't mention this earlier, but like Piccolo totally makes Pan like buy into like, hey, look, I'm trying to make Gohan actually, contribute something to this, so can you just pretend like you're scared and everything? And dude, Pan totally buys into that. I love it. I mean, I don't know if I said this earlier, but this review is scattershot as all hell, so after a point they know it's like, wait a minute, good guys don't hurt girls, so they stop the fight and everything, and Magenta eventually wakens Cell Max, who isn't unfortunately complete, and okay, I'll talk about this. So, I forgot where I heard this, but in Outside Material, it was basically stated that, well, Cell Max, if he was able to reach his perfect form, he would be strong enough to not defeat, but go toe to toe with him, with with Broly and Ultra Instinct Goku and fucking whatever. And I'm like, okay, I believe you. I don't know. I think that's a little ridiculous because, I don't know, I feel like, if I'm being honest, if Goku and Vegeta showed up, like, this would be no problem. Maybe Cell Max would be in a little bit of trouble, but they would have, like, taken care of this deal, no problem. And I mean, like, Cell Max we see in the film, since it's, not up to its full power, it's incomplete, which, I guess to the design, I mean, it's just red and green, kind of second form Cell or imperfect Cell. Or not imperfect, I mean semi-perfect Cell we got there. I mean, it does have a couple of design differences. It has like, it has the wings from... it has the wings from first and second. Because I know it loses it in second form. And then like the tail, instead of it being, something to absorb, it's just like a big ass club and everything. Also, it's like just literally giant throughout the film whenever it shows up. So it's just like a big creature and everything. And I mean, okay, I guess I gotta talk about this. So, because like I hear some people talking iffy things that Cell Max is just literally a big dumb monster, which it is. But I think it kind of works for this film, it being, since, Dr. Hill thought of Cell nothing more than just a monster and everything. So, as long as he views it as a monster, it is going to be a monster. And, to the fact of perfect Cell Max, I'm sure they put that there so they can, make it for like a bunch of video games. Like, look, I'm sure Cell Max is probably going to show up in like Xenoverse or some shit, or some other new Dragon Ball game's going to come out and like Secret Boss Cell Max or whatever. Like, I'm sure that's going to happen. I mean, dude, cannot. But I mean, actually, a Cell, like perfect Cell with like a red and green color scheme, that actually doesn't look too bad. I actually wouldn't mind seeing this, but this is Cell Max is big and dumb, and everyone's got to join in to fight. And when Cell Max shows up, that's when Krillin, 18, Goten, and Trunks all show up to fight Cell Max, which each of them do a pretty good job, and they get a decent hit, at least on the fight against Cell Max, which okay. One thing I do have to talk about, like I don't know, just the weird thing with Goten and Trunks. They fuse in this movie, but I don't know. It's just like we literally get a line from like Goten where Trunks is like, "Hey, maybe we should do that like fusion thing," and Goten's like, "Fusion? Oh yeah, the thing we used to do as kids." It's whatever. We can't get perfect, adult fusion Trunks. I mean, we do get not adult fusion Trunks. I mean, adult Gotenks, but we get fat Gotenks here. Not a perfect one, but at least it's something. And something about this just bothers me really. So, like, for some reason, because like in the film, Trunks' hair is blue. I'm perfectly fine with Trunks' hair now being blue or whatever, but it's just kind of weird that he has like blue hair, but when they fuse the purple, it's just confusing and weird. But I mean, hey, at least Trunks, does something against the fight between Cell Max. So God, then there's this scene where basically, we got Gamma number 2 basically sacrificing his life to defeat Cell Max. And it basically all it amounts is to Cell Max losing one of its arms. But yeah, Cell Max gets eventually defeated through when Gohan finally unlocks Beast form. God, yeah. Gohan Beast form. And he charges off a special beam cannon. Oh my god. It is such a totally awesomely cool scene where he does special beam cannon. Dude, that was so cool and everything. And you know, like even at the end of the film, we got like Piccolo being like, "Whoa, how you learn that? Yeah, I never taught you." He's like, "Well, you know, I learned it from watching," and that ends the movie there. And what else should I say? Oh yeah, then towards the end of the movie, Pan has to fly because of a massive explosion and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. And let me see what else. Oh yeah, also at the end of the movie, yeah, Dr. Hido and Gamma 1 work for the Capsule Corp now. So yeah, I guess they'll be in the future of the story, wherever that lands. I mean, you know, Dragon Ball Super manga. I know it's still like, well, because like this movie takes place the first time, because it takes place what, like 3 years after. Yeah, I would say about 3 years after, you know, 3 years after whatever the manga is doing. So I wonder if after this arc they'll just like jump straight into, you know, right after the movie. Just, you know, just curious whatever they decide to do, especially with a big enough jump time skip. And yeah, I guess that's really it with, well, the movie and everything. So what should I say? I mean, dude, I'm sorry this video was just so scatterside and everything, and I jumped around. I was like this, oh wait, I forgot to talk about this and that and that. I don't know, just for me, usually reviewing something like a chapter is way more easier with a short amount of stuff and a little more things to talk about, but it's just a movie, especially a movie where I had kind of forgot some things until I was recording. I'm like, oh yeah, why didn't I talk about that? So it's a little unfortunate or whatever. But yeah, as I said earlier, I think it's a wonderful, great movie. You should check it out. I just thought it, to me, was like one of my favorite Dragon Ball movies. It's probably not the best, but to me, I love it. It's my favorite Dragon Ball movie. And oh yeah, I never talked about the thing with the end of the fight with Goku and Vegeta. So after the end credit scene, we just got Goku and Vegeta, them being so tired now, they're just throwing these weak punches, with Vegeta throwing one last punch, like, and Goku's knocked down, and he's like, yes, I've defeated Kakarot, woo, yeah! Even though, I gotta mention this, after I watched the movie, he's like, oh man, I can't believe Vegeta finally defeated Goku. I'm like, but didn't Vegeta beat Goku during the Saiyan saga? And then immediately after that, he defeated Goku during, you know, when it was Majin Vegeta and everything. So it's still 3-0, but whatever. It's a cool scene, and oh yeah, I love it. Where we got Chile. Oh, God damn it, I'm not pronouncing it wrong, but Chile is like, oh my god, can you believe it? These idiots. And meanwhile, we just got freaking Broly and Lemo being like, oh my god, this is the most manliest thing I ever seen. Oh my god. These people are true men. Dude, oh my god. Fucking, oh my god, I love that scene. But, yeah, I guess that's really it in general. I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun and enjoyable. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing videos like this. I gotta at least do it whenever Film Red comes out, which I believe it comes out. Yeah, it comes out November 4th, one day after my birthday. So yeah, hopefully by then I'll do it at least closer when I saw the movie instead of like a month later. God damn, I should have done this review later. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, in the video, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should just do more Dragon Ball stuff. I like Dragon Ball and whatnot. But, you know, in case if I do some more Dragon Ball stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe I'll do more videos on that. If you're seeing this for the first time, usually I do One Piece videos. Yeah, weekly One Piece videos. So most of my videos are One Piece, but, you know, I'm kind of, I wouldn't say scattershot, but I kind of just do whatever the hell I feel like. Like, if one week I'm like, oh man, I want to talk about Black Clover, I'll do a Black Clover video. I just, like, you'll get One Piece, and for right now my schedule has kind of been doing One Piece, and I've been recently re-uploading my Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke, so you can definitely check that out if you want to see that. So there's that, and that's really it I can think of off the top of my head. But yeah, you know, that's what I'm playing at. That's at least the in schedule right now to me doing, you know, Dragon Ball videos in the future. I would not be opposed to it, but well, I guess I'll see you guys next time when well, we'll finally see, well, the true powered beast Gohan. Ah, man, that sucked. Why did I fucking end like that? But goddamn, this is a long ass video. Dude, this video might be like over an hour long. Damn. Damn. Hopefully that doesn't spell out trouble for all my other all my other movie review videos if I decide to do it. But yeah, you know, whatever. Just something I like to do. Yeah. Oh, shit. You know what I never mentioned is I really do like everyone from now on how all the transformations like Ultra Instinct and, you know, Ultra Ego, and then we got Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo. I don't know. I like everyone having their own unique transformations. Yeah. Damn it. You know what? This is all fuck. I recorded this over for a fucking hour. I'm not going at, but my camera's like what? 19% left power, so I'm not going to re-record this. Maybe in the future. Maybe, but you know, that's just what I feel like right now. So yeah, I don't know. See you guys later. Bye. I don't know. I like Dr. Slump.